What does he expect to gain from such a meeting? What does he think? He's going to go over there? She's going to be so charmed by him that all of a sudden they're going to start becoming friends? They'll talk on the phone and go out to dinner together, go to the movies? What, start emailing each other? Summer vacations? Is he out of his fucking mind?
What's happening, guys? Supernova here, back with another video. And look, I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but I've been dealing with surgeries and recoveries and shit like that, and I just really haven't been in the mood to make a video. But after the fucking news we got this morning, I had to make one. And let me tell you right now, I am fucking pissed. Pissed for two reasons. First and foremost, I already made this video, ranting for fucking God knows how long. And for whatever reason, the audio didn't save. So my entire rant that I went on, I have to now redo, and my head already fucking hurts from yelling. I just took some goddamn Tylenol. So that's the first reason why I'm pissed off. The second reason is because of this Bloomberg article by our friend Jason Schreier. And no, nothing in this article is confirmed, and normally I don't like to do videos on shit that's confirmed, but when it comes from Jason Schreier, it's hard to call it bullshit or fake. So, this is a guy who has a track record with bringing us the details on the dirty going-ons behind the scenes inside of companies, and with getting people to go on the record and make statements, right? This is someone who has a proven track record when it comes to the information he brings to us. And that's what makes this even worse, is normally I can take a story and chalk it up as fucking bullshit rumors and we'll see what happens. But when it comes from a source like Jason Schreier, it's very hard for me to do that. Now, let me break down for you the shit that is happening in fucking PlayStation land, okay? Because this does revolve around PlayStation. It pains me to say. Let's first and foremost start with this. Remember that little game Days Gone that Ben Studio had made? Now, Ben Studio, for the better part of about a decade, was making fucking PSP and Vita games, and then PlayStation decided to give Ben Studio the opportunity. I'm going to say opportunity a lot in this video because it'll make sense later. I'll come full circle with the word opportunity. PlayStation gave Ben Studio the opportunity to make their first big budget AAA game for a console in over a fucking decade. And they made Days Gone. And while Days Gone may not have been the critical success they wanted, and admittedly that is Ben Studio's fucking fault, because Ben Studio decided to give reviewers a buggy version of the game, a review code for the game that was still a buggy mess that didn't have any of the fixes in the day one patch or the patches that came later, right? They gave them a version of the game that is not the version we got day one. And unfortunately, the version they got had a lot more bugs. So that hurt the critical reception of the game. Even so, Days Gone was both a commercial and, more importantly, financial success for PlayStation. And it is a game that I would say probably the vast majority of PlayStation gamers who have played it is one that we all, for the most part, really enjoyed and liked and hoped would get a sequel, especially with that twist ending at the end of the first one. And it was a game that fucking me personally thought 100% was going to get a sequel. Come to find out that Days Gone, the sequel to that, was shot down. Why? Because PlayStation would rather make remakes and sequels to existing big franchises. Now, they're making another remake, by the way, a remake of a prominent game. You want to hear the game they're making a remake of? Wait for it. They're making a remake of The Last of Us. Yes, you fucking heard that right. The Last of Us from 2013. The Last of Us, the game that is a fucking masterpiece. The Last of Us that's won fucking almost more Game of the Year awards than any fucking game in existence. The Last of Us that is a perfect game. They are remaking that game. Fucking why? Why are you remaking that game? It doesn't fucking need it. This isn't like when they remade Resident Evil 2, because Resident Evil 2 came out on fucking PlayStation 1 and had shitty graphics and shitty controls and shitty everything else, voice acting, first and foremost, right? It is a game that did not need a remake. I'm already pissed off enough that they are choosing to retell that story that was masterfully told to perfection in that game, and a fucking HBO series that I can almost guarantee is not gonna tell the story as good as the game. The HBO series didn't need to fucking exist, but hey, they're making it, so whatever. But the HBO series is already retelling that story. Why are we going to retell it again in game form when it doesn't need it? It is completely unfucking necessary. Also, why not make something new? Why are we going to make a remake of a game that doesn't need it and not focus on making new, fresh IP? The decision to do this blows my fucking mind. Not even so much that. It's that, and that PlayStation, evidently, their plan going forward is to no longer give studios the opportunity to have creative freedom and make new IP, but to instead focus on making remakes of existing franchises or to fucking make sequels of existing franchises. Fucking why? And the thing is, Herman Hulst is now head of PlayStation Worldwide Studios. Herman Hulst came from Guerrilla Games. PlayStation gave Guerrilla Games the opportunity. Remember I said I was going to bring up opportunity? They gave them the opportunity to make something that wasn't fucking Killzone and allow them to make Horizon Zero Dawn. And that worked out amazingly for them because that elevated the status of Guerrilla Games to a top tier studio. Because before that, Guerrilla Games was that studio who made those Killzone games. But PlayStation gave them the opportunity to come up with a new IP that elevated their status in the gaming world. And now Herman Hulst, head of Worldwide Studios, who was given that opportunity, is now denying that opportunity to other teams. There are teams coming up to him with ideas for new franchises or stating that they want to make something new and something different, and he's pretty much saying, nah, fuck you, you're going to make The Last of Us remake, or nah, fuck you, you're going to help work on Uncharted 5. And my fucking question is, why? Their plan going forward is to literally do the same thing that we've criticized Xbox doing for an entire goddamn generation. Making nothing but Halo, Gears, and Forza. What are they making now? Oh, another Halo, another Gears, another Forza. What's coming after that? I don't know, probably another Halo, another Gears, another Forza. That's all they fucking did an entire generation. It was something we criticized them for. So PlayStation heard all our criticisms of their competitor, saw how not a success it was, and decided, you know what, we're gonna do that for PlayStation 5. Are they fucking crazy? It makes zero fucking sense. They had a plan that was working. Make new IPs, new fresh IPs, give studios creative freedom, right? Keep pumping out big budget, polished, AAA experiences that you can't get anywhere else, and create new IP at the same time. I mean, look, like I said, they gave Guerrilla the opportunity to make Horizon Zero Dawn. They gave Sucker Punch the opportunity to not make another fucking Infamous game and instead make Ghost of Tsushima. They gave Ben Studio to not make another fucking PSP or Vita game, and for the first time in a decade to make a AAA game for home console. They gave all of these studios opportunities. It worked out for every one of these studios, and each one of these studios elevated their status. Like I said, Guerrilla was that meh studio that made those meh Killzone games, and now it's Guerrilla, the studio that made fucking Horizon Zero Dawn. Sucker Punch was that meh studio that made those meh Infamous games, and now they're Sucker Punch, the studio that made fucking Ghost of Tsushima. Ben Studio was that fucking studio that hasn't done shit in 10 years, and now they're the studio that's made Days Gone. Like, they were given opportunities to bring new ideas to the table, to create new games, to make new IP, and to elevate themselves. And now PlayStation is just snubbing out teams that want to do the same going forward. Why? So that they can fucking make remakes of games that don't need it, and to make sequels of games we already have too many of. I'm like, I don't fucking understand it. They're making an Uncharted 5. Why? Like, Uncharted 4 was the perfect ending to the Nathan Drake story. I don't want any more games with Nathan Drake. I don't need them. I don't want to play any fucking games as his daughter. I don't need them. I don't want them. Yes, admittedly, if they made another Uncharted game with Chloe Frazer as the main character, I would probably like it because I loved Uncharted Lost Legacy. I really like Chloe Frazer as the main character, and in my opinion, Chloe Frazer was a better Lara Croft than Lara Croft was in any of the new Tomb Raiders, right? That's just my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. Even so, I would like to see something different. Like when I heard that Naughty Dog was going to be working on a sci-fi game as their next project, that fucking excited me more than I ever could have possibly been excited hearing them working on another Uncharted game or another The Last of Us game. If I heard, oh, Naughty Dog's working on another Uncharted game, I would have been like, cool, because I like Uncharted, but we kind of had a lot of Uncharteds. If they told me they were making another Last of Us game, I would be like, fucking why? We didn't need the second one, right? Like, why? Make something else. So the news that they're working on a sci-fi game fucking excited me. I wanted something that was going to be different and hopefully nothing like Uncharted or The Last of Us. Because let's be real, since Naughty Dog made Uncharted, they've really done nothing but Uncharted and The Last of Us. And if we're still being real, The Last of Us is really just Uncharted with some modified game mechanics. They're pretty much the same game. They share so much of the same DNA. So I was hoping that Naughty Dog would move forward and make something completely different. Take what they've learned when it comes to animations and how to make these systems work more fluidly, and then put it on something that is unlike Uncharted or The Last of Us. Something fresh, right? And I guess that's technically still what they're doing, because I think the main Naughty Dog studio is working on something else. But then they have all these smaller studios that PlayStation has pretty much said, okay, you over there, fuck whatever you're doing, you're going to work on Uncharted 5, and fuck you, whatever you're doing over there, you're not doing that anymore. You're going to help work on this Last of Us remake. And again, it's why. There are these smaller teams that are coming to Herman Hulst saying, we want to work on something new. We have a new idea, or here's this new IP we want to make. And he's saying, nah, fuck you. Make remakes and make fucking sequels. And again, I don't understand the mentality. It is literally the playbook that Xbox used and saw zero success with. Right? Why go to that playbook? What you were doing was working. Like there's very little the PlayStation could possibly do to fuck up the momentum they have. They had lots of momentum coming out of the PlayStation 4. All they had to do was continue doing what they're doing. As good as Game Pass looks, and let's be honest, the value and prospect of Game Pass every day is looking better to the consumer. That's just a fucking fact. The value of Game Pass is undeniable. You cannot deny the value that Game Pass is, right? Even with as good as Game Pass is looking to consumers, all PlayStation had to do is keep doing what they were doing, and they were going to be fine. I was under the impression that PlayStation was splitting teams, as in taking a team like Naughty Dog and splitting them, giving them more money and resources so that they can then make two different games at the same time. Same with the other studios. They were taking their studios, giving them more, manpower and resources, splitting them so that they can work on more games at the same time so that PlayStation could deliver more exclusives at a faster rate than they did in the last generation. And I am under this impression because they pretty much said that that's what they wanted to do, that they wanted to deliver more exclusives at a faster rate than they did with PS4. And I don't see how taking all of these teams who could be working on multiple projects and absorbing them all into one team to work on a remake or a sequel to an existing franchise, I don't understand how that accomplishes that goal. And if by more exclusives at a faster rate, they mean they're going to give us Uncharted 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the first 3 years of the PlayStation 5's existence, I'm going to tell them to go fuck themselves. I really am. And as far as The Last of Us remake, I refuse to buy that fucking game. I will not buy it. And for those of you who don't know me in my personal life, when I say I refuse to do something, I mean I refuse to do it. Like when I saw the trailer for Ghostbusters 2016, I was like, nope, ain't happening. I refuse to watch that fucking piece of shit. And to this day, I have not seen that piece of shit. I will never see it. I don't give a fuck if it's on Netflix. I don't give a fuck if someone tries to lend it to me. I refuse to watch it. I will not watch it. And to this day, I have not watched it. The Last of Us remake to me is like Ghostbusters 2016. I refuse to fucking play it. I don't give a shit if they give it to us in PS Plus. I will not play that fucking game. I will happily play Bug Snacks a fucking second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time before I fucking play that game. It will not happen. This This mentality going forward, like I said, blows my fucking mind. It makes no sense. And where the fuck did they get this idea that that's what we as gamers want? Why, especially PlayStation gamers? Why would they decide to give PlayStation gamers the very thing that PlayStation gamers have criticized Xbox for an entire goddamn generation? I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it. It makes no sense. There are very, very few ways PlayStation could fuck up this generation. There are very few ways PlayStation could fuck up their momentum going into this generation. There are very few ways PlayStation could possibly set it up for them to lose this generation. But if there's a direction that they could go in to make that happen, this is most certainly that fucking direction. And if all this information that Jason Schreier is telling us is true, which it's hard to say it's not, because it's coming from Jason Schreier, well then PlayStation's already got a foot in that goddamn direction. And all I can say is, I hope that all of us out here who are PlayStation fans or PlayStation preferred gamers get really vocal and speak out now before we're even given the chance to speak out with our wallets, to let them know that this is not the direction that we want him to go in. This is the opposite of the Mandalorian. This is not the fucking way, okay? This is not the way. We need to vocally let them know now that this is not the way. And more importantly, when the time comes to speak with our wallets, you need to make sure you don't buy fucking anything, because we can piss and moan and bitch and yell all we want. But if when the time comes and the game comes out, everyone runs out and buys the games and PlayStation gets their money, they're not going to give a fuck about all the crying and pissing and moaning and bitching. All they're going to care about is the money being counted in their goddamn money machines. So we need to both speak out now and when the time comes, speak with our wallets, because this 100%, at least in my opinion, is not the right path for PlayStation to be going on. You may think differently, and if you do, hey, like I always say, you do you, boo-boo. But for me, and I would probably assume for most PlayStation gamers, this 100% is not the road we want to see them go down. It really isn't. And again, it makes zero fucking sense to me. And all I know is, listen, I haven't been happy with Jim Ryan's performance. And I haven't really had anything to say about Herman Hulst because I didn't know what the fuck he was doing over there. But with this news, all I gotta say is, listen, both Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst need to fucking go. They need to bounce. Nothing they've really done since they've taken hold of PlayStation has been anything that I'm really a big fan of. And anything that's happened that I am a fan of, honestly, was probably already in the works and already happening before they took over the reins. All I know is that they need to either bounce or get a reality check and change course ASAP. Because if this is indeed the road they plan to go down, I can almost guarantee they're going to have a very, very fucking upset player base. I don't fucking get it. All I know is my head's fucking killing me. I took that Tylenol and it's done fucking nothing. I took that Tylenol before I made this video and it's done fucking nothing for my headache. I might as well have been taking fucking Flintstone vitamins because it hasn't done shit. But I gotta stop ranting about this shit because, like I said, my head's fucking killing me. And honestly, there's really not much more I can say about this. I will link the Bloomberg article in the description, so if you want to read through all the fucking bullshit, you can read through yourself. But like I said, man, this is definitely not the direction I want to see PlayStation going in. I hope something changes, and I hope something changes soon, because like I said, it's just this isn't good. This is not good in any fucking way. And that's all I got for you guys on this one. And that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you as pissed off about this news as I am, or do you think that this is perfectly fine and this is this is the right road for PlayStation to be on? Like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next Supernova, which hopefully won't be another fucking month from now. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go lay down because my fucking head's killing me. Catch you guys later.